Hello. I'm making some cutting boards. I got this thickness grinder. Ridgid brand. Like rigid, but with a D. Ridgid. Ghastly thing. Sell them at the Home Depot. Very noisy, but does an amazing job. This is a cherry that I felled a few days ago. Standing dead cherry. And if we just let's put a little water on this quickly. Excuse the mess in the sink. You get a notion of what she's going to be like when she's oiled and polished. Fantastic. And it's got this kind of live edge vibe, even though this is from the base of the trunk, but it had these cracks in it. So this piece kind of split off. It's from right on the outside. It was all fuzzy on one side and all punky all fuzzy on the outside, kind of rotten on the inside. But it looked like there was a good core in there. So I'm like, well, let me chop half one of the sides flat on it, and more or less, flat-ish, so you put it through the machine. And, you just keep putting it through and adjusting the height. Little by little, you work your way down, and yeah, gorgeous. And then this one, if we actually do a similar kind of thing, but let's take this water with a smidgen of coffee in there. We'll give that a second. There's a bit too much water, maybe. This is a knife that I was just using to scrape. Canoe brand. $10.95. It's kind of like a historical reproduction knife. Trade knife. Very thin stock. And very good for scraping. Gotta say, easy to sharpen and that kind of thing. Now this is starting to look funny down here because of how much we've sharpened in. But I thought, well, could this even be like a purpose of this kind of, what's it called, the Spanish notch or something? Now that this is at the level of that there, we can take this piece out, lengthen the cutting edge slightly, and then that would be your plunge coming off that little curl there, right? And then later, once you get to this height, and you can take it all the way back to there. And so I don't know if that's the intent, but that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to grind this and take the edge back a bit. So let's see how this is looking. Oh, it's hard to capture in the light, the flame that's in this thing. I don't know. I don't know how to film it. It looks so amazing in person. Le Chattoyancy. Chattoyancy. So this one had a, that's where I actually cut it with the axe, and it has this one little split there. So I'm just gluing that with Titebond, and then that little sticky outy piece, I'm going to cut that off. But I'm basically going to keep the rest of it. It's a shame it's all kind of done up like this now, so you can't really see, but it's got a good shape to it, kind of like Groot's head, or a kind of tree trunk in micro. Got this little punky bit of spalting there. I rubbed some Titebond in there as well, just to stabilize that because it's a little soft. And it's nice fun whittling, just, you know, chamfering a little bit. Get to be a little bit creative about how you finish these guys off. This one's going to have a chainsaw finish, you know, with patina. I think I'm just going to leave that. It's pretty cool too. And yeah, I left this as well because, you know, the way I've been doing it now with all the cutting boards is just putting them through the thickness grinder when they get all messed up, right? You just put it through there, and it's like brand new. So I figured, well, this will come out within a few cycles anyway. And this is actually a sign of some spalting in there, which we'll come to eventually. It feels solid, actually. And that'll fill up with oil and wax and what have you. So, yeah, but no cracks in this one, as far as I can tell. These are figures in the wood. It's not cracks. So, cutting boards could be a little sideline for me. I got a lot of material around here, and it's a useful thing. People always like a nice cutting board. Yeah, and it's rough. Once this is polished, I'll have to show you. Thanks for watching.